You know what's something I think we never brought up on the podcast?
What's that?
Your hatred of Miss Piggy.
First of all, she's so full of herself. I don't care for divas. Right? Give me a humble attitude, and I'll support you to the moon and back.
She wants to be a model. She wants to be
She wants to be famous, is what she wants.
is that true? Oh, I guess you're right. She doesn't want to just be a model. She wants to be an actress. She wants to be a singer. Is part of this that you think that she's, I'm going to say it, plus sized? I'm wondering. I'm just wondering.
Maybe.
Are you into a sentence or is there a period at that?
There's a comma.
Oh.
Maybe it's that she treats Kermit pretty poorly. He's trying his best to get the whole gang together, and she's putting her needs on him unfairly. She's karate chopping people. That's assault. No, as a kid, I never understood the allure of Miss Piggy.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm like, well, she's a pig. How is she a model?
Oh my! This is sick.
I was 7 years old.
If you said
I'm sorry that I wasn't drawing a naked mouse, Chuck.
If you said that about anyone else,
Yes.
you would be canceled today and now.
All right. Here's the problem. She's a pig. I'm not saying that about her size.
This is disgusting.
I'm saying that about her species.
I want to distance myself from this hatred, and I open the show. I can't live with this.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Funbearable. I'm Brad Rohr.
And I'm Chuck. Pigs can be anything they want.
What'd you have for breakfast this morning?
Bacon. that's what I mean.
Yes. Thank you all so much for joining us on that bizarre cold open. If you would like to
call me baby. That was pretty rhythmic.
check out our Patreon. Yeah, that's where you can call us baby.
It's been
1 week.
Can you come up with another one?
Nope.
There's another if you.
Yeah.
If you. Damn it. There's another if you.
Yeah.
There's another if you. Write in funbearablepod.com.
In my mind, it's something about buying flowers, but I don't. That can't be right.
If funbearablepod@gmail.com. Write in if you know the other if you. That's the one I did. Then there's another if you. If you shit.
All right. Well,
we got to think about it.
Anyway, our Patreon.
This is going to be a cliffhanger for another episode.
It's a donation Patreon.
Yes.
Just to kind of support the work that we're doing here.
$2.50 a month, or whatever you want. And if you do sign up, you do get the back catalog of the Chuck and Brad podcast, which is the podcast that led directly up to Funbearable. Same guys, same vibe. And if you sign up today, there are literally 390 episodes to sift through.
Yeah.
So $2.50, 390 episodes, and a new episode from the Chuck and Brad podcast every Monday.
Yes.
So it's up to you. If you think $2.50 is worth 390 episodes, plus a new one every week, it's up to you. I don't know.
Deal.
Maybe you should.
Value is there, right there.
Support artists. I think that maybe you should.
Same.
And it's a lot of fun over there. What's cool is a lot of people have signed up
Yes.
that we didn't expect, which is really nice. We want to thank the Patreon members. And also, they're really going through that back catalog.
They really are.
We're getting comments all the time that's like, you idiots didn't know what Netflix was?
Yeah.
No, they're not. They're way more comment. I will say, they say that kind of stuff, but in a much more positive way. But like, I can see the numbers on all the episodes we've posted, and people are like, it's like 265, like episode 265, and a bunch of people are listening to it.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious. Someone wrote in today, and they were like, you guys are talking about fmylife.com. Oh my God, I love this retro stuff that you're talking about. And I'm like, retro?
It was cutting edge when we were doing it.
Yeah, maybe, 10 years ago?
Yeah,
15? Not 15, but 10.
It might have been 15. I think I was still working, like living on campus. So that would have been 2010.
Yeah, it's it goes back to 17 years ago.
Yeah.
So 390 episodes. Give it a shot if you like. Go to patreon.com, and that's where you can find the link to Patreon.
Yes.
One thing we haven't talked about yet that I kind of wanted to bring up for you, that I thought you'd be interested in.
My hatred of Miss Piggy.
Yeah, I did bring that up.
Oh, I didn't remember.
It's a weird, I will say before we jump in, it is a weird collection of personalities.
What, the Muppets or Funbearable? It's just two personalities.
But it is a
Pretty
weird
weird,
collection.
yes.
But no, like Kermit is kind of like the leader, but he's so meek.
Yeah.
He's so meek, and I don't know how he gets everyone together. I'm just going to say it.
Heart of gold, man.
He's such a baby.
Yeah.
And he doesn't really want to.
I think people are drawn to Kermit because they love Kermit.
I mean, like even, well, you think even like Dr. Teeth and all these people?
Yeah.
Really? And it's like Fozzie Bear's funny, but terrible at being funny.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Piggy is self-centered and also kind of like
the worst.
And, would you say the main four are them and Gonzo?
Yeah.
And then Gonzo is like weird, but what's
Yeah.
his personality?
It's weird. That's it.
Is he weird?
Yeah.
He doesn't seem that weird.
I think all of them are written to the episode. That you know, there's a fair amount of wiggle room in what kind of character they are. You know, Kermit's always going to try to do the right thing.
Yeah.
And sometimes that will lead him into negative consequences.
You know what's funny? My favorite Muppet moments, which are few and far between, is when they're super bitchy.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I mean, that's why you like me,
It is true.
which I appreciate.
But don't you think they're bitchy sometimes?
What do you mean?
Like, I was just watching Muppet Family Christmas.
Yep.
If you haven't seen it, Muppet Family Christmas is in my top 5 Christmas episode movies. Like, you know, Home Alone's up there, Muppet Christmas Carol's up there. I hate to say it, but Home Alone 2 might be up there.
Interesting.
Muppet Christmas Carol is up there. And Muppet Family Christmas is definitely up there. I think I said that twice, but that's okay. And I think I said Muppet Christmas Carol twice. But Muppet Family Christmas, it aired in 1987, and it's so funny. We did so much Christmas stuff.
Yeah.
And then we did another Christmas thing, and it's like mid-January, late January.
Yeah, then you talked about Dominic the Donkey and the Rat Pope for 45 minutes.
Well, that is just historical.
Yes.
Muppet Family Christmas is the combination of the Muppets, Sesame Street. You know what we should do?
Oh, boy. If it's a pop culture mashup.
No, we should. That's already a pop culture mashup.
Yeah.
We should watch the Muppet Family Christmas next year as a watch along because it's free on YouTube.
Oh, yeah. That'd be fun.
So, yeah, it'd be fun. But so it's the Muppets, Sesame Street, and Fraggle Rock together, which has been the only time, literally the only time that all those have been together. So it's really fun. The problem is all the rights were separated.
Right.
So different people own different things. And they released it on DVD one time, which is a super expensive DVD now because it's been out of print for so long. And they can't air it because of the rights thing. So it's not really around. It's not even on any streaming services whatsoever, and it never has been. But it's one of my favorites. And the bitchy thing was that they're going to go to, I counted how many Muppets there were, and it was 21 in the truck. And they're going to go surprise Fozzie's grandmother to go stay there.
His mom,
sorry. And Fozzie's like, my mom loves surprises. And Gonzo goes like, he's like, yeah, well, this is a hell. Like, he goes like, he doesn't say hell.
Yeah.
But he's like, yeah, this is a big one. You know, and like, he kind of throws that out there. And then later on in the special, they all walk in and Sam the Eagle goes, what am I doing here?
Yeah.
And like that kind of like little bitchy asides are what I like the most from the Muppets. I think I've talked about it before, and I feel terrible about admitting this. I don't love the Muppets as everyone else does.
Yeah, it's all right. You know, everybody's got their own thing. Of course, like for content, I will attack you now and tell you that you are the worst person who's ever existed.
Yes,
How
please.
dare you? Why would you,
Thank you
urinate on this spectacle of Americana?
Yeah.
How dare you?
Yes, I know. I understand that. But it's just something where I've always been like, all right, because there's not that many jokes.
Yeah.
There's a certain amount of jokes. Like I said, I love the bitchiness of those characters.
Yeah.
I love Sam the Eagle in Muppet Family Christmas when Bert and Ernie are putting on a play of 'Twas the Night Before Christmas,
Right.
and Grover is playing the mouse, and certain ones are playing the reindeer, and
Right.
it's really stupid and bad.
Yeah.
And it cuts to Sam the Eagle, and he goes, "Is nothing sacred?"
Yes.
Amazing line. But that kind of stuff makes up 5% of the
Right.
Muppets. So I don't always like it as much.
Yeah, you have no whimsy in your heart, of course.
My heart is so full of whimsy that it's enlarged, and I'm frightened about the future.
Yes.
That's how much whimsy there is.
That's how many hot dogs are in my heart.
Yeah. But I don't know. I do like the Muppets.
Right. I like
Muppet-
all but one of them.
My Muppet Christmas. That's like hating Ringo. It's one of the main four. Although the Beatles don't really have more than that. Isn't there a guy that's supposed to be the fifth Beatle?
Pete Best. There are a lot of people who claim the title of fifth Beatle.
Well, anyway, I love Muppet Christmas Carol, but Christmas is a heartwarming place, and you also have Michael Caine kind of being like a balance.
yeah.
You know what I mean? He's a dick. And Rizzo. Now, Rizzo, I like.
Okay.
See, there's certain characters, and I kind of like Gonzo. He's banging a chicken. He's having good times. He's from a different planet.
Yeah, it's a fictionalized, slightly fictionalized version of Chuck Staten.
Yeah, exactly. I like that. Remember the turkey? There's this turkey in Muppet Family Christmas, and he wants to bang Camilla, the chicken that
Yep.
Gonzo bangs.
Yeah.
His name is not Gonzillo, is it?
No.
Like this full name?
I don't think so.
So this turkey comes in. He's a new character, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna bang this chicken more than you are, Gonzo." And Gonzo's like, "Well, this is my girlfriend." And then he like grabs her, and he's like rubbing up against her, the turkey, and he goes, "Maybe you and me can go behind the barn and do some scratching and squawking." That's a lot.
That's also your pickup line.
Yeah, behind the what barn?
Yes.
What do you think about that line?
I don't like it.
Do you remember that?
Yes.
I don't think it's nice. I think it's a little bit risque.
All right, we'll save the rest of our Muppet Family Christmas commentary for the special that we record for next year, or when we remember it in 4 years.
There you go. And I was recently with a band of misfits at SKANKFEST in New
Wow,
Orleans.
good seg.
Thank you. By the
Joe
way,
List was asking Mark Normand if he wanted to go behind the barn and do some scratching and squawking.
No, so I did want to talk about this because it's really cool.
Yes.
So SKANKFEST, if you don't know about it, there's a podcast called Legion of Skanks.
Yes.
And it's hosted by Big J Okerson, Louis J. Gomez. Oh, 2 J's in the middle. That's interesting.
All right, you've said that's interesting for so many things that are not, in fact, interesting.
I think they're interesting. You're not
Okay.
interested in that?
No.
All right. And Mike Smith. And Dave Smith. What am I saying, Mike Smith? And Louis J. Gomez is kind of the main guy. He started this comedy festival called SKANKFEST.
Right.
And Legion of Skanks, their like tagline is the most offensive podcast on earth, right? So, which, you know, is probably a stretch.
Yeah.
They seem like nice guys, all of them. And he started this comedy festival that has grown and grown and grown and
Good.
grown. And like it went to Vegas, it went to all these places. And this year it was in New Orleans. And there's a ton of comedians that go every year, like Mark Normand and Joe List, who I work with all the time,
Right.
obviously. Dave Attell, like a lot of strange people. Scott Thompson was there this year. Nate Bargatze was there last year.
Interesting.
And it's kind of advertised as this dirty festival,
Right.
but they have a real wealth of personalities.
Yeah.
Like the Muppets.
Right. That's interesting.
I won't say it.
Right.
So we basically this year, what happened was Joe List, you know, everyone kind of looks at it as this big family, really nice event, right?
Right.
This year, Joe List is like, we're going to film a documentary about it.
Okay.
And so I'm like, oh, that's cool. And he's like, you in? Like he kind of said it before I said it, I
Yeah.
believe. I'm not exactly sure. Oh, you know what happened? Here's what happened. I texted and I said to him, if you want me to come to SKANKFEST and help film, I'm happy to do it.
Right.
And he wrote back. He's like, oh yeah, you're on the list already.
Good.
Which is really nice of Joe. And they're a very nice guy. And
Tender lover.
I was excited to go.
Sorry, lover of chicken tenders is what I meant. Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
He loves chicken parm for sure. And pizza. And I was very excited to go. I didn't really know what to expect. You know, you're here in SKANKFEST, and like I've heard about SKANKFEST.
Right.
And it seems a little kooky and crazy.
Yes.
Which, you know me. I love a kook.
Yes, you do.
I love a craze.
Yes, you do.
So I'm happy to go.
Yep. I, on the other hand, went in the opposite direction.
Of kooks?
Yeah, I said,
You're
all right.
kind of a kook.
I said, all right, it's, New Orleans is 1,200 miles for me. I need to go 1,200 miles north
To get away because you're nervous.
to be further away from
You're
the
nervous?
skanks, the kooks and the crazes.
You liked kooks though.
Sometimes, some kooks.
And when I said crazes, I meant crazins.
No.
You're not into crazins either.
Be a raisin or be a cranberry, but you can't be both. It's Adam and Eve. So dumb.
It's an abomination.
It's an abomination.
So
Is nothing sacred.
I will say, so my girlfriend Natalie is very healthy.
Yes.
She eats a lot of vegetables and fruit. And that's what I'll say about that.
Yep.
And I recently was like, you know what I'm getting into? Trying to be a big time guy,
Yep.
trying to show her up and be like, not
I'm
only you-
healthy too.
I'm
Yeah.
a healthy boy.
Don't count my Lunchable wrappers in the trash.
Lunchables, because I eat a lot of Lunchables. I went, I bought some raisins today, and I'm going to eat raisins, and I like raisins all of a sudden.
Good.
Which I do.
Yeah.
This is an interesting development.
Okay.
As I age.
Yep.
Do you ever age in like a different thing?
Yeah, I think so. We talked about it on the Funbearable. I tried Indian food, and I'm into Indian food now.
That's great.
Yep.
Can I ask you a question about Indian food?
Yes.
You told that story, which was heartwarming. I didn't really know to the depths that you didn't like Indian food.
Yeah.
Then you went with me. You looked at me as a shaman. Is that what you said?
Nope. But yes.
Of Indian
Yep.
food.
Yep.
And then you're like, I tried everything. Chuck was helping me figure out what was too spicy, whatever. He helped me. That was heartwarming.
Yeah.
I didn't know that happened.
Oh, all right.
Because I feel like you've gone out for Indian food many times before.
No, I had gone out for Indian food prior to the meal with you and
Sorry.
your family. I'd gone out twice. Once was when I tried to impress the girl I liked at the table by paying for the whole table, money I shouldn't have spent.
Do you mean because it was a failed endeavor or because you just shouldn't have spent the money?
Both. No, it was one where I
I
said
like that girl.
Yeah,
She was funny.
I said I would take care of it, and
Yeah.
I didn't realize how much was on it. People had bought drinks and everything, and I'm like,
How much how much money was it?
I don't know, like 140 ish.
Oh, okay. That's not so
Five of
bad.
us, yeah.
That's not so bad.
But I don't know if I was nervous. I ate chicken korma that night, and I was very sick the next day. But it could have been nerves. It could have been a lot of things.
Korma.
Yep.
I don't know if I've heard of that.
Yeah.
Korma?
Yeah. Then the other time I got Indian food, I just got a kebab, like a spiced meat kebab.
And what'd you think?
And it was great because it's just meat.
Yeah, that's
And so there was nothing that felt unique about it.
yeah, you were
And
like
so going
this
with
is
you
just
when
a
it was
meat
tikka
skewer.
masala and all that
And
stuff.
saag paneer.
Yeah, felt like a real meal.
Yeah. I got to be honest, I consider myself an Indian
Not a shaman?
I consider myself an ignorant Indian. What? What are you talking about?
I don't know that I like that phrase.
I consider myself semi-ignorant to Indian food.
Okay.
Is that
Yeah.
you like that better?
Yeah, I do.
You really?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's a little wordier, but I think less problematic.
Yeah. I am Portuguese.
Oh, what does that mean?
Ignorant Indian.
Yes.
No. So yeah, I am ignorant to Indian food.
Okay.
I love saag paneer.
Yep.
Chicken tikka masala is kind of like, I think it's tikka masala.
It is.
And
But I think it's cute that you say tiki masala. It's like people who say Reese cups.
no, don't say that.
Yeah.
I hate Reese people.
Well, you're a tiki people.
I hate Reese people.
Well,
I don't wanna
you're a
be-
tiki people.
I don't want to be a tiki peep. So anyway, chicken tikka masala.
Yep.
You noticed I said tiki all this time?
1,000%.
I've been so embarrassed for saying it. I order it that way.
Yep.
You think that they're like, this guy's an ignorant,
No, I think they're like, oh, what a cutie.
this little ignorant Portuguese boy.
Yeah.
And they're like, go play with your chorizo.
Yes.
Your shitties.
Yes.
And I'm like, okay, my sweet bread.
Yep.
So they're like, go back to your, yeah. Remember I went and ate pigeon one time?
No.
Did you know that?
No. I know you ate fish eyes at one point.
No, not eyes, cheek meat.
Oh, of course, the sweetest meat.
You know what I call my girlfriend? Like when she wears booty shorts.
Yep.
I say, give me that cheek meat.
Yep.
But I also say, let me let me jump that plump rump.
Yep.
You know, it's pretty cute.
Yeah, it's very cute.
I gave it to somebody. Someone's like, I'm taking that. And I was like, you can have it.
Yeah.
I share it.
Yeah.
It's not, you can't exclusively have it.
Right.
That's my little funny thing that we have in our relationship.
Yes.
And I'll extend it.
Right.
Just like chicken tikka masala. If you want to be cute for Brad, say that in front of people.
Yeah.
In front of waitresses and waiters.
Yeah.
I hope I didn't say it when I went out with you and Jordan recently.
It wouldn't.
I think I got saag paneer.
Yeah, I think you did.
Or as I call it, saag
Yeah.
paneer.
Yes. Saag panera. Extra bread, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, saag panera is just saag paneer in a bread bowl.
Yes, yeah, exactly. And it's way too expensive.
And it is. You don't get enough.
Yeah, for sure. No, but so I feel a little bit ignorant to Indian food. I'm trying to think. Someone introduced me to it, and then I didn't have it for a long time.
Yeah.
And then I recently went semi-recently with Joe Ambergio
Yeah.
from Jokers and from Practical Jokers. He's a writer, and we were working on another project.
Yeah.
Jokers adjacent, and he was like, let's get Indian food, and he was ordering stuff that he knew way more about.
Right.
And it was funny because he's like my wife doesn't like Indian food that much, so I don't get to have it. And Natalie's the same way.
Yeah.
So I love it. However, I get chicken tikka tiki
Wow. Wow. The rare double misspeak. Chuck orders chicken tikka masala, saag paneer.
and saag paneer.
Yeah.
And I'll also order naan, and I'll get like garlic honey naan. But that feels very like you could.
Yeah.
That feels like not very ethnic.
Again, probably accurate, but I don't know if it should be said. I just don't know.
Yeah. It doesn't feel very unique to the culture.
Right.
It feels like that could be something like that could be at a lot of places.
Right.
But it's very good.
Yeah.
Which I love. And by the way, I'll say this real quick. And this is a side that
Yep.
it's not funny. There was a restaurant in Warren called Feast or Famine.
Yeah.
I loved it. And they gave you this naan kind of.
Right.
And they gave you these 3 sauces. And I realize now it was tikka masala, paneer, saag, I
yeah,
guess, because
yeah.
paneer is the cheese.
Yeah.
And a third one, I don't know what
Right.
it was. And that's what it was.
Interesting.
And I loved it,
Yeah.
but I didn't know that at
Yeah.
the time. It was just like a naan, and then it said like
Right.
trio.
Right.
You know what I mean? So anyway, so when I go get Indian food, I don't feel like I know what's happening. I know what I'm getting.
Right.
I know about the ones I said just now.
Yep.
And then I know about butter chicken.
Yep.
Which also doesn't feel
Yeah.
too
Nothing too
specific.
crazy.
Yeah. It feels it's like very tasty.
Right.
But it's just that. And so there, like when I look at a menu, I feel like I know what 10% of
Yeah.
the menu is, and I get it so infrequently
Right.
that I don't want to divert from
Yeah.
what I get.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
It's tough. You know, the balance. In fact, yesterday, Chuck and I went out for Mexican food and to a restaurant we've gone to together many times.
Yeah.
And he said, you know what? I'm going to get something different this time, and got enchiladas instead of a burrito or whatever, and loved it. But
Loved it.
at the same time, if Chuck lives most of his life in New York and he's back home getting these home restaurants so infrequently, you want something that you know is going to be a banger.
It's very tough.
Yeah.
It's one of the biggest problems in my life, and one of the biggest problems I think most people face.
Yeah, in the world, I would say.
Yeah.
We're calling for a presidential commission, but the president sucks, so we're not going to get that presidential commission.
And also,
Wouldn't it be great if we had a different president by the time this episode came out?
that would be crazy.
Yeah, it would be crazy.
That would be
I
pretty
shouldn't
quick.
say great.
You know who I'd love? Alex Jones.
Yeah.
That would be crazy. I love it. I got to be honest. Alex Jones, it's one of my favorite comedians. He's
Yeah.
just, I was never exposed to him except for like big clips,
Yeah.
Turning the Frogs, gay. And recently it's weird. There's some YouTube channels. I'm not sure if you're aware of this.
No.
All they do is tear down comedians and tear down podcasts.
Yes, I do know
And
that.
it's weird because sometimes it feels
They'll get to us one day.
yeah. 100,000 subscribers.
Yep.
Sometimes they accurately say, this was crazy. This person shouldn't have done this.
Right.
Like, this was not cool. And sometimes they just tear down people, which
Right.
I think sucks.
Yeah.
Right. So I subscribe to a couple of them just to see what they post. I've seen them post about stuff about people I work with.
Yes.
Not really inflammatory.
Take that, Rupert.
Well, there was one about Mark Normand
Yep.
and David Cross.
Yeah.
And it was Mark Normand on an episode went to David Cross's podcast and he farted, like, just as that's what he does. He burps and he farts on podcasts. And David Cross was like pissed off and got up and walked away. And then later in the episode, David Cross used the N-word straight up.
Yep.
As quoting someone, of course. He's not a racist guy.
Right.
He's very liberal. And Mark is like, isn't that more offensive than me farting? And he's like, no, I was quoting it. And Mark said, like, are you going to cut it? And David Spade's like, no. He's like, you're going to bleep
David
it?
Spade or David Cross?
Sorry, David Cross.
Yeah.
And he's like, you're going to bleep it?
Yep.
And David Cross is like, no. And it is a real interesting dichotomy.
Yeah.
And I don't love farting on mics.
Yep.
However, the N-word is way more offensive, times 100, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, I follow these channels that do that. And recently, one of the channels that does that started talking about Alex Jones.
Yep.
And they had this clip, and I was talking about it on the last episode. That's why I was exposed to him.
Got it.
I didn't make that clear in the last episode when I talked to him, when I talked about him. And I was laughing so much at the clips of him. I think he's gotten crazier, which is why he's not on television. He does his own private thing. Does that sound right?
Yeah, he's he's been sued a billion times and he sucks.
Yeah.
I think the first time he came to my attention was when he was like, hey, would you train me? And I said, yep. I'm gonna turn you into one half of me. And I did.
The warring half.
Nailed it.
It was originally Brad Wars.
Yes.
Not Info Wars. But man, he was making me gig, baby. He was getting me snorting and sniffing.
Yep.
I'm sniffing right
He's squawking and scratching behind the bar.
That's good. Mm-hmm. You're a callback man, and I like that.
I am.
So anyway, Indian food. I just feel ignorant. So it's interesting that I was your shaman.
Yeah.
It's interesting. But I'm glad because I do think those are two of the things that people like think are mainstays and people like. That's a lot of people's entry point.
Just like with coffee, where I'm like, oh, I don't need to love coffee. I don't need to become a coffee aficionado. But I want to be able to order coffee with someone and not be embarrassed by my order.
Yeah.
I feel the same way about Indian food. I don't need to try everything on the menu. I need to have several options when I go to a restaurant with someone new.
Yeah.
So that I'm not embarrassed in front of them. And if they're like, hey, how come you're only ordering like the basic things? And I'm like, oh, it's all I've really tried. I know I like it.
Yeah. Someday maybe I'll try something else.
Right.
Exactly.
But rather than I won't go or I won't do that thing, I think having the attitude of like, all right, I found a couple things I can order off the menu. That's all I need.
Right. I will say this. Jordan said that they do a brunch where instead of ordering a meal, they give you a little bit of every sauce.
Yeah.
And you have your stuff and you try every sauce, which I'd really like to do. I'd really think that that's superior. I don't know why we started talking about this.
I don't know. We got from SKANKFEST to Indian. No, I was moving away from SKANKFEST. I was going, I love a kook. Yeah.
Yeah, you love a kook.
Yeah.
That still doesn't make any sense.
Nope.
All right. Craisins, health.
Yeah, there we go. It was Craisins. You were healthy for Natalie. Yeah.
So I'm trying to impress my girlfriend because she's so healthy and I'm eating Lunchables every day. And by the way, I'm kind of healthy. I've been falling off for a long time, which sucks. And I feel very embarrassed. But I was like, I'm getting into raisins.
Yes.
Oh, I'm getting into raisins. I'm getting into Indian food, something like that.
Yeah.
And I think that's pretty healthy.
Yeah.
You know, I said I got into raisins because I'm getting older. You're getting into Indian food because you got older.
Sure.
So I'm getting into raisins. I basically, when I go to my parents' house, they have so many different snacks and treats, and I never buy snacks and treats at my own house.
Right.
No cereal, no like processed cookies, no snacks like that. I have like Auntie Anne's organic gummies. I have, protein bars. It's a hellish life.
Right.
And
I think it's Annie's organic gummies.
It's Annie?
Auntie Anne is the pretzel place.
I thought she was a double dipper.
Are you eating gummy pretzels?
I thought she was making both.
No, well, she's a double dipper, but it's pretzels both times. Once into cinnamon, once into sugar.
Okay. And one's into cheese.
Yeah.
Triple dip.
Oh, yeah.
Auntie Ann is the triple dip.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I went to my parents' house. They have a plethora of things. My
Yes.
dad loves mega stuffed Oreos. My dad is the biggest snacker in the world.
Yep.
Which is new. It's very crazy. When we watch movies, he comes with a plate and it's chips, Oreos, M&Ms, pretzels, ice cream. I'm not even joking.
That is my dinner.
Have you seen him do that?
I've seen him like make himself like an extra special ice cream sundae, like as we're watching whatever movie we were watching.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that's good for him.
Yeah, it's funny. It's really funny. He never was like that before. They had a cereal there called Simply Granola or something like that.
Sure.
And it was all granola and it had raisins in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I poured myself a little bowl. I'm like, oh my God, this treat of cereal. And I put milk in it and I'm like, these raisins are fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Like I love these raisins along with granola, not just eating raisins. And I was like, wow, that's really weird. I always hated raisins. I always hated the fact that oatmeal cookies, which are my favorite, come with raisins.
Right. By default.
Don't add the well, I'm changing my mind, change my tune. So I was all upset about raisins previously. Now I'm trying the raisins and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get into raisins.
All right.
Maybe craisins, maybe yogurt covered raisins.
Could be.
So I go home with my raisins. Sorry.
I'll eat a raisinette, chocolate covered raisin.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Maybe that was
I'm not like seeking them out, but I'll eat them.
maybe that was my entry point.
Could be.
'Cause I've always liked goobers and raisins.
Yep.
Goobers and raisins.
Navy beans.
Like goobers and raisinettes.
Yeah.
Would you eat a package of half goobers, half raisinettes?
Of course.
That's a pretty good combo.
Yeah, it's chocolate covered. I'm in.
Do you like the chunky bar?
I haven't had the chunky bar in a long time, but yeah, I'd chunk it up every once in a while.
Raisinette,
But
goob,
I'll say this:
chunk.
I never really sought it out because the shape of the chunky bar made it feel like I was getting less than if I got a Snickers or a Milky Way.
Oh, I like the thick chunk. I appreciate it.
Just a psychological trick against me.
Right. Okay, I get that. So anyway, I'm getting into raisins. I buy some raisins at the grocery store.
Yep.
I'm all excited. I'm walking down the aisle. I'm like,
Yep.
I'm looking at people with Doritos, and I'm like, okay, you're
Yeah.
buying Doritos. Okay.
Yeah, you've got an athletic headband on.
yeah. I love veggies. I've got short shorts.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Testicles are banging against my knees. You know what I mean?
Knees?
Boom. Ow. Ow. Oh, ooch. Like, you know what
Yeah.
I'm talking about? Kneeing myself in the testicles is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, I got it.
So I'm walking to the register. I get the raisins. I'm judging everybody.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Fuck you. I'm screaming it.
Yep.
I leave. I'm getting my Target discount. Oh, it feels good. It gives you a little thing on the receipt now. It says here much, so much. So because my girlfriend works at Target warehouses, I get this big Target discount. This
Yes.
thing is gigantic.
Yeah.
And sometimes 25%.
And you go there for all your raisin needs.
All my raisin needs. And so I come home, I got my raisins. I say to my girlfriend, I'm like, so you eating some vegetables, some fruits over there? And she's like, uh-huh. And I'm like, oh, you're getting some broccoli and some carrots and tomatoes. I'm
Very
like,
good.
Tomato is technically a fruit. And she's
Yep.
like, I'm aware.
Yep.
Not a big deal.
Yep.
It's a fact that most know.
Yep.
I'm like, because of the seeds. And she's like,
Yeah.
we
Again,
know.
yeah.
We
You
get
don't
it.
need to keep explaining it. Yeah.
So I'm like, well, I'm over here.
You're like, knowledge is knowing that a tomato is a fruit. Wisdom is knowing not to put it in a fruit salad. You ever think about that?
Ooh.
You ever think about that? She's like, yes, I don't put tomato in my fruit salad.
And I'm like shaking my little box of
Yeah.
the girl on it is
Yeah,
red.
little sun-made raisins.
Are those the only people that make raisins?
No,
I haven't seen any other raisins.
I think those are just the most popular.
by leaps and bounds.
Yes.
That cough was bizarre.
Yes, it was.
That was really weird.
Yeah.
So I'm tapping my raisin box.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're not really because they're kind of stuck together.
Right,
It's
yeah.
gross.
Yep.
No movement.
Just a thump,
Just
thump. Yeah.
thump. And I'm like, yeah, so I'm going to have a snack as well. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, okay. Lunchables? And I'm like, not this time.
She's like, yeah, you don't have to tell me every time you eat, Chuck.
Yeah.
I'm trying to watch Bob's Burgers.
That she watches Bob's Burgers all the time.
I know.
Unhealthy.
Yep.
And so
Should be Bob's
Veg-
Raisins.
Bob's Raisins. I would watch Bob's Raisins.
I know you would.
So I'm tapping it and I'm like, yeah, I'm about to have a snack as well. And she's like doing her thing. She's not paying attention to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's looking around and I'm like, I'm just having some raisins. No processing. No, not Chips Ahoy. Not a cereal. Not even a Lunchable.
Yep.
Just which can be healthy.
Yep.
By some people's standards. Good amount of protein.
Yep.
So I'm like, yep, just these raisins. And she's like making her thing and she goes, raisins are unhealthy.
Oh no, we've been lied to by Big Raisin.
What do you think about this?
I think they might be unhealthy compared to what she was eating, but they are healthy compared to Lunchables.
And I was like, what do you mean they're unhealthy?
Good
What are
fiber,
you fucking
healthy
kidding
sugars.
me?
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want your cheek meat.
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
No, yeah, I think that's when you break up.
I was like, I don't want that plump
You take
rump.
your half of the couch, I'll take my half of the couch.
I'm like, I'll bump that pump rump right out of here. Let's see what else.
No, don't need. We can just continue with the story.
I'm gonna dump that pump rump
Wow.
because of this.
Yeah.
So she's like, they're unhealthy, and I'm like, no, they're not.
Yeah, pretty dismissive, Nat.
I was like, it's a dried grape. Grapes are healthy.
Yep.
And she's like, okay. And she was like, let's look. And I was like, okay. She picks it up. She's looking at the nutrition facts, which is, do we need the facts?
Yeah, they're like nutrition opinions in my mind. Do
yes.
your own research.
I think that we should eat what we like. And it's like, we know burgers aren't as healthy as raisins.
Yep.
That's all we need to know. There's a scale.
Yeah.
Burgers to raisins.
raisins. Yeah.
And it's like celery, pizza, and it gets closer and closer.
Yeah.
Nachos.
Yep.
Nachos with beans, burritos without beans.
Got it. Yeah, a lot of things. A lot of things on this continuum.
You know what I mean?
Naan.
Enchiladas.
Yep.
Chicken tikka masala, saag paneer.
Yep.
Eh? So she goes, let me look at the label. She's looking at it. She's like, 20 grams of sugar. Or like whatever. I don't know. She's like, 20 grams of sugar. 1% protein. She's like, sodium. And she's like doing that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm dumbfounded by this. And she's like, these are unhealthy. What is your take on this whole thing?
I think they're healthier than a lot of snack options. And I think if you're making an incremental step towards improving your health, it's still a step towards improving your health. I think for punishment, Natalie's going to have to take you out for Indian food.
That is excellent. That's an excellent idea.
Let the record show.
Yeah. So
Health crimes.
honestly, what I'm buying at the grocery store is like bananas,
Yeah.
grapes, strawberries, broccoli. I'm pretty good at buying those things.
Lately I've been buying Christmas tree cakes, Christmas tree donuts, Christmas tree nutty bars. That's it.
Is that true?
I bought all of those things recently. Yes.
Nuh-uh.
That's not all I buy. I have to get Diet Mountain Dew, Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar, Mountain Dew Zero Sugar, Diet Dr. Pepper, all the sodas.
So jealous of you.
Well, I've added some weight to my frame.
It doesn't look like it.
I'm sad all the time.
I've added weight to my frame.
Nothing about me is good.
I'm very disappointed in myself.
Yeah.
You have not added weight to your frame.
Well, according to the doctor's visit yesterday, I have.
Doctor's scales are crazy.
Yeah, but I also.
Do you agree with that?
I have to cut my hair, so that was probably a lot of the weight.
What do you think about doctor scales?
I mean, if
Aren't they
it's-
always so much higher?
if it's the same every time,
What do you think about this?
then it doesn't matter if it's accurate as long as it's an upward trend. It's not good.
Do you have the slider?
But scale weight is not something you should be worried about. You should be worried about health in a lot of different ways. But scale weight's all I got, baby.
You got the slide?
No, this was
doctor?
electronic.
Digital?
Yeah.
Man, you're going to the future, doctor.
Yeah. Well, they took my temperature with like just a gun to my head.
Did you ever do?
I was like, I think it's going to be higher than normal. I'm sweating, doc.
You're not getting that fun anus thermometer?
No.
Oh, I love
asked
that guy.
for it specifically.
You ever ask for the hotter nurse to give you the anus thermometer?
I'll say I had such a nice nurse taking my vitals.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh, can you believe like they that's how you take a temperature now? Like it used to be I'd have to lie still for 3 minutes with a thermometer under my tongue. I'm gagging on it. He's like, yeah, a lot of things have changed. He's like, I was born in 2003. I kicked him in the face. And I'm like, get out of here, kid. Get me a real nurse.
You've had the sliding weight thing, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You ever try to tap it down?
Yes.
You have the doctor.
I'll say when I went to stand on the electronic scale, I'm like, hang on, let me breathe out first. And before I stepped out, kind of as a goof, I'm like,
I like
and then stood on. I'm like, oh, disappointed by the numbers I see.
when I go to the doctors and they weigh me. I take off my glasses.
Yep.
I pull my. Do you pull your pants down?
No, I should have had shoes off.
You didn't. You did shoes.
Shoes were on.
You're 20 pounds lighter. Are you kidding me?
These are very heavy shoes. I borrowed them from Frankenstein's monster.
You're wearing the goldfish high heels.
Yes. Well, that was in case they check my height. I'm like, I got to be taller than Chuck. I'm wearing my goldfish high heels so that I'm taller than Chuck. But I don't know. Chuck's the doctor. He's like, I got to wear stilts so I'm taller than Brad.
Get my hair.
Yeah.
Oh my
Jimmy
God.
Neutroned your hair up.
The idea that you accidentally keep them on for your weight and you do it on purpose for your height.
Yep.
Is so good. Man, you're funny.
Thank you.
You got me going sometimes.
I do
you
what
and
I
Alex
can.
Jones.
Birds of a feather. I taught him everything he knows, but not everything I know.
Oh God. Yeah, I've gone to the doctor and like the weight thing, they're like doing it and like sometimes they're not really like they're kind of like looking at their chart.
Yeah.
And I've tried to do the tap.
Yep.
And
They catch you.
you're blowing at it. You're doing that. Well, the scale it's not right,
No.
so it doesn't work.
You're just holding the thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you weigh 120 pounds. You're
Yeah.
like, yeah.
I'm not kidding. When they weigh me at the doctor,
Yep.
I do take off my pants and my belt.
Yep.
I put my wallet and everything in there. I take off my shoes and I
Yeah.
just have my t-shirt on. I take off my glasses and everything.
You're like,
I don't do my hair because I don't want the extra like hair stuff. In
All right,
it.
hang on. How much jizz is in my body?
I have masturbated on purpose to get the jizz out of my body before I go to the doctor.
All right.
But that's because they're poking around.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Nope.
What's up with that? The doctor doesn't poke your penis?
No.
Does he finger you?
No.
What are you talking about?
My doctor took my temperature, looked at my face, didn't like it, then gave me anti-anxiety pills and told me to come back in 3 months.
First of all, the doctor should be fingering you.
What do you think this means?
What are you talking about?
We're at an age where you don't need to do manual prostate checks.
I thought it was at 40.
Nope.
I've never gotten one.
At some point it was, but now they have like pills you can take or a test and, poop in this bag and we'll mail it off and we'll test it.
Would you rather poop in a bag?
Yeah, I'll poop in a bag right now.
That's insane.
I pooped in a bag this morning.
That's insane. I mean, they do have some sort of new technology that checks it. I don't think it has to do with pooping in a bag.
I don't know if it does either. But
Because they're feeling for a lump.
The signs of prostate cancer, which is your concern, can be discovered in other ways. So it's less invasive testing. Yeah.
I agree with you about that. Wait, so you think that testing is not good enough when you're 50?
I think that now that when I was 40, 7 years ago, I don't think the testing was out. I had the test done once, didn't care for it, didn't like it. This is
Didn't care for it.
We're moving so far away from SKANKFEST or right to it. So
Brad gets fingered.
I had it.
That's the title of the episode.
No, it's not. I had the test done. I came back to work.
Yeah.
And there was a young woman working the front desk at the housing office.
You're walking all funny.
And I was like, I didn't like that. And
you told her?
Yeah. And
Okay.
I said to her, I don't know, because we had a friendly relationship.
Okay.
And I was like, I felt so weird to have something inside me like that. I don't know how women can do it.
You know you didn't.
And to me, I'm like, just the idea of something being inside of someone is gross and weird. And she's like, I don't know, peer pressure? And I'm like, and we never spoke of it again.
Your comment was insane, and her comment raised the insanity
Sure
levels.
was. Sure was.
Did it just come out of your mouth?
Yep. No explanating stating.
Well, there's one for you, too, isn't there? We came
No,
up with a nickname.
I don't remember.
I got to take a second to process the fact that you said this, and more of a second to
Yeah.
take 2 seconds. Not 2, I guess, if yours is 1. Yours is 3.
Okay.
Hers is a 5.
Yeah.
I got to take 3 seconds to process yours and an extra 5 to process
So
hers.
8 total seconds to process it.
And hers wasn't a joke?
I mean, no. Mine was a joke. Hers was taking what I said at face value or at butt value.
Yours was basically like girls get fingered. which is inappropriate but true.
Yes.
Hers was, I've been pressured to be fingered in the past.
In the bottom.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you meant inside you no matter what.
No. I meant inside you no matter what.
She meant anal?
She meant butt. Yeah.
I don't know about that.
All right.
Oh, maybe she did.
Yep.
Because peer pressure makes a little bit more sense then.
Yes.
Peer pressure implies multiple, though.
I think it was just I don't know if she said peer pressure, if she said just pressure or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It was an odd exchange. We never spoke of it. Yeah. It was. I shouldn't have said it.
Wow. So just to clarify, was this the front desk person at the doctor or the front desk person where you worked?
Where I worked.
Okay.
Yeah.
A little bit more familial.
Yeah.
A little bit more.
Yeah. I knew this person. I had a friendly relationship with this person.
I took it as the front desk person at the doctor.
Nope.
Which would be
Very weird.
absolutely bananas,
Yeah.
batshit crazy.
Yes.
Batshit bananas crazy.
Yeah.
That should be a new term.
All right.
I like that. So anyway, I haven't gotten fingered by the doctor.
Right.
But I thought that was a thing. But I do think they poke around your penis and your testicles. They must do the cough.
Yeah.
Okay, they're poking around.
A poke.
A cup.
All right.
They're cupping.
Yeah, it's a different thing.
So you kind of like, well, first of all, you do want to chub up. We've talked about this before.
Of course.
You want to chub
It
up.
is important to me that my doctor thinks that I'm well endowed.
I think so. I think you got to chub up.
Yep.
You got to chub up.
I know what you think. Yeah.
And
You're like, I'm chubbing down. I chubbed up in the parking lot.
well, I was going to say, I chub all the way up.
Yep.
Because I wanted way less. And then I got to chub up again, which as we get older,
Tougher.
but I have Blue Chew
Yep.
because of the sponsorship on Tuesdays with Stories. I
Yes.
get sent a lot of Blue Chew. But then she's like taking your vitals. She's like, your heart rate, there's something wrong with you.
You're like, it's weird.
yeah. They taste weird. They taste great. Tuesdays with Stories says everyone at Tuesdays with Stories thinks they taste so good.
Yep.
Blue Chew.
We're not on Tuesdays with Stories.
Well, they also sponsored us.
Yeah.
And perhaps could sponsor us again.
They might.
As long as we say it tastes great. Anyway, how do we get here?
It's raisins are unhealthy.
So she's like, raisins are unhealthy.
Yeah,
And I'm
you
like,
look through. Yeah.
I'm like, they help your digestive situation because you go to the doctor. No. But yeah, so she's basically pointing out all these nutrition facts. And of course, I don't know. I don't know how many grams of sugar I should have in a day.
No.
Especially fruit sugar.
Yeah. Which seems like the right kind of sugar.
I think the natural sugars are better than the processed. So anyway, it was very disappointing. I thought I was making a health step, and she said you're making a bad health step, but whatever. I think I'm standing by it.
Right.
I think it's not bad. If I'm eating grapes and strawberries and bananas and raisins,
Yeah.
I think I'm doing pretty damn good.
I think you are.
So SKANKFEST.
Yes.
SKANKFEST.
So at this point in the story, you've been invited to SKANKFEST.
Yeah. Hey, we still have 15 minutes in the episode. So I get invited to SKANKFEST, and Joe is making a documentary about it. Now, Joe has made a narrative movie called 4th of July.
Yes.
And he did great in it. He was the lead guy. Did a great job. He made a documentary about his buddy Tom Dustin.
Yeah.
Now, that documentary, it's really, really good. You would really like it because it's just a very personal depiction of this comedian and his funny ways in life.
Got it.
However, it's a comedian that most people haven't heard about, so it's not going to be like this documentary won, this festival.
Right.
I shouldn't say we. He's selling it independently, and it's actually doing really well, being sold independently off of the fact that Joe has a really great audience that wants to support him.
Nice.
And the reviews are really positive, and the people who do get it really, really like it.
Got it.
Great job. Really, really nice. Really, really heartwarming in a way you don't expect going in. So I'm like, oh, it'd be cool to be part of Joe's next documentary.
Yeah.
So we get hired. I get hired. My buddy Lex gets hired, who I knew him a little bit after this. I'm like, this guy rocks.
Yeah.
Lex rules. I call him Lexapro because everyone's happy when he's around.
Of course.
Which I think is pretty good.
Very good.
And our buddy Patrick Holbert and like a bunch of people.
Yep.
A lot of people I don't know. And so I'm like, I don't really know what to expect with this. And Joe really put me at ease by saying beforehand, we had a big meeting. I felt so bad. I completely forgot about it.
Whoops.
It was at 11 a.m. I woke up and it was 11:15 to a bunch of texts that's like, hey, where are you?
Yeah.
For this Zoom meeting.
Nice.
Which I think has never happened to me before in my life.
Right.
And I think it was just like, I got an invite and then I never added it to my calendar. So I just forgot. So I was in it and I'm like half awake. And of course, Joe brings that up on Tuesdays with Stories and everywhere.
Love it.
And he goes, we have so much archival footage of this. He goes, get everything you can, do a good job, like follow all the instructions in terms of what you should get. But the truth is you can't fuck this up.
Right.
Because we already have so much footage. And my buddy Salacuse was going too, which Salacuse, he's nuts. But we go down to New Orleans. I don't really know what to expect. You know, I get my schedule. It's like, you're going to film this, you're going to film this, you're going to film this. I'm like, okay. It was actually pretty cool. I know this is a little nerdy, so I hope this isn't too nerdy for our audience. But Patrick Holber, like I went to go to Adorama.
What drug did you give him as a nickname?
I don't have one.
Yeah, I couldn't think of one, and I'm like, I'm going to put this joke on Chuck.
Yeah. Bert something. That's one. Bert. I don't know. There's not one. Cortisol. Doesn't even fit at all.
Cortisol Bert.
Yeah. So anyway, we go to Adorama in Brooklyn. I meet up with him, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna use a handycam, like an old school, like skateboard handycam. They make new ones that are 4K and really, really nice."
Nice.
And I'm like, "Can I use one too?" Because he's like, "I don't want to be changing lenses the whole time." And I'm gonna say something right here that is embarrassing, and I feel bad. I'm going to admit it on this podcast, and I hope no one clips this and shows anyone I work with. You know how I am about Indian food?
Yes.
Where
Ignorant.
I don't know much.
Yep.
And a little ignorant, and I still love it.
Yeah.
And I do it.
Yep.
As a filmmaker, I'm not the most technically proficient man.
Right.
So if you tell me, what lens should we use? I'm like, well, that guy's far away.
Yep.
Got to use a long lens.
Yep.
This guy up close.
Yep.
You got to use a short lens.
Yep.
My work is done.
You know, I'll admit there are areas where I lack as well. I
Technically,
don't know much about algebra, don't know much about a science book, and so on.
Yeah, good stuff.
Thank you.
I don't know if people get that reference, but I get it.
You know what? If they didn't get guts in the last one, they're not going to get this one. I don't care.
I thought it was the song. I don't know.
Yeah, it is.
Okay,
It is.
good.
Yeah.
That's a little bit more common. So he's like, yeah, so I'm going to use a camera where I don't have to worry about lenses. And I was like, I will also use that camera.
Yeah.
But I also was interested in using a Handycam style camera.
Right.
I think that's cool. And I've never used a very new one that's like 4K and like is really good. And he's like, honestly, this camera on auto is perfect. And I'm like, oh, interesting. Yeah, I'll definitely use the camera. And I feel stupid that I don't know enough about this stuff, but also I want to be a director.
Right.
And directors don't generally go use a 35 millimeter. They don't usually, generally, like when I went on this shoot this summer that we never talked about, which I don't know if I can talk about it. That's why. When we went on the shoot, I was up in like upstate New York. I was in like around Syracuse and stuff like that. And Brian Nichelle, my buddy, who is like a big time director, he's directed a ton of real TV shows.
Yep.
He was there with me, and I was a camera op, and he was the director. And he's like, yeah, so get this guy doing it. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to use this lens, and I'm going to shoot like this. And I'll probably put the ISO, blah, blah, which I also don't know about. I just know bright, low, bright, dark. And white balance is tough for me too. And I go, I'm going to use this and do this. And he's like, yeah, just shoot it.
Yeah.
He was like, okay, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think he really has to do with that side of things, which is also what I want to avoid.
Right.
So going to SKANKFEST, I'm like, yeah, I'll use that too. Went to SKANKFEST, didn't really know what to expect. It was insane.
Yeah.
And so cool. Like Louis J. Gomez, the guy that's running it, he's kind of known as a little bit of a dick.
Okay.
He was so soft and like, thank you all so much. Like, I love this so much. It means so much to me. And of course, he's also busting balls and being like kind of like a little bit of a dick and having fun. but he was so like positive and welcoming, and he appreciated the familial aspect so much. So it was so cool to see that dichotomy. Another word that I don't know if I should be using all the time, but what are you going to do? Is there another word for dichotomy?
Probably, but we know what you mean.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like the beginning starts with this like skank walk thing. Like it's like, I'm not kidding, like 1,500 to 2,000 people walking down the street to the venue to start the
great.
thing.
Yeah.
It was so cool. And I'm walking and I'm filming, and I'm sure the footage is unusable, but
Yeah.
still I was like, well, there was literally, I think, 5 camera operators.
Right.
So I'm like, even if they find 10 seconds of this footage to be usable,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, and the whole thing was great. It was held at this big New Orleans convention center that had a couple different like rooms and areas that they created with different sizes of comedy shows. And honestly, it was insanely sexual and violent
Right.
to a degree that I did not expect.
Interesting.
Very, very fun.
Right.
And so they basically had like a boxing ring.
Okay.
People that were kind of part of the podcasting world,
Right.
not necessarily the mainstream comics, but he has a thing called Gas Digital, which is a podcast network.
Okay.
They have a bunch of podcasts, and they have a lot of producers and different people that work at it.
Got it.
So if those kind of people signed up, they're signing waivers, and they're having like I shouldn't say bare knuckle. They're having like boxing matches with these boxing gloves and the little
Right.
helmets. The little like face protector
Yeah.
things, and they're just fighting each other. And they had one, and it was, I forget what it was called, but it was like stun gun jujitsu or something, where they had a live stun gun in the middle of the match.
Mm-hmm.
You ring the bell, you run to the stun gun, you grab it, and you have that as
Yeah.
part of your thing. And I guess one of them that I didn't see, one guy ran and grabbed the stun gun, the other one just went for a chokehold and choked him out completely.
Wow.
I was like, oh boy, this is a lot.
Yep.
And the comedians are commenting on it the whole time.
Right.
So it's Big J. Scott Thompson was there for a little bit, which
Yeah.
I was like, this is weird. Tony Hinchcliffe was there, who is a big name. And yeah, it was just nonstop comedy and podcasts all weekend. Nonstop stand-up, nonstop like live podcast, stuff like that, with all these different people, different combinations of people. Really, really cool. We did a live Tuesdays with stories, and that was really, really
Yes.
fun. We had a good time. It was like this packed room with Brad Williams, Louis J. Gomez introed it. Like he was there for the first
Yeah.
10 minutes. Greg Fitzsimmons and Joe DeRosa.
Right.
And it was the funniest live Tuesdays I have ever been a part of.
Oh, that's great.
It was so funny. It kind of got weird at the end a little bit,
Oh, big surprise.
because they brought up these girls that were like kind of like, it was this thing about Joe DeRosa's looking maybe to settle down, and they brought up like, what about this girl? She
Right.
like she's like, I DM'd you, something like that.
Yeah.
They brought her up and they talked, and they brought her sister up, and not criticizing anyone, but they didn't really know how to perform at all.
Yeah.
So instead of standing next to them and cheating their body to the audience so that everyone could see them from the front and see their faces
Yeah.
coming back and forth, they just stood with their backs to the audience the whole time.
Yeah.
But you can't blame them. They're
Right.
not, they haven't been on stage, so they don't
Yeah.
know the rules. But it was, there was that. And then one of my favorite moments was that they were doing a Miss SKANKFEST contest. And I'm like, I know what this is going to be.
Yeah.
I know what this is going to be like. And Natalie texts me, because Natalie
Yeah.
was with me the whole time.
Right.
And Natalie's very sweet and
Yep.
very like innocent kind of.
Yeah.
Almost to the point of,
Very focused on her fruit and veg.
almost to the point of annoyingly prudish.
Right.
In a little bit. Some people would say that. And not me, but some people would.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, so I guess I'm doing this Miss SKANKFEST thing. And I was like, I don't think you should.
No.
And she's like, well, this woman came up to me and she's like, yeah, you should do this. You're very pretty. All they do is ask you your name and ask you, if you have a special talent. And
Yep.
that's it. And I'm like, Natalie, this is not going to be what you think it is.
Right.
It's going to be crazy. The audience is going to pressure you to take your shirt off.
Yep.
Like, it's not going to be what you think it is. And so she's like, help me. She's like, talk to them and tell me they can't do it. Tell me they can't. Yeah, I can't do it. And I'm like, this isn't a big deal.
Yeah.
And I walked up to the woman that recruited her and I was like, hey, I'm like, Natalie's not going to do this, I think. And she's like, okay. And she crossed her name off.
That was it.
I'm like,
Yeah.
it wasn't a big deal. And then we met another girl who was going to do it and whatever. So the girls go up to do it.
Yep.
I think there was like 11 or 12. And of course, they're all just like, it's like Luis J. Gomez is the main guy.
Right.
And he's like, what's your talent? And they'll be like, I have the hottest tits in town. And it's just like they're flashing the audience. They're doing stuff.
Really really not a talent.
One of them the whole weekend was completely topless, and she had this gigantic boobs, and she had like little nipple tassels on.
Yep.
And she was like the ring girl. She was everything. And she went up. I think it was her. If not, it was a very similar person. And they're like, what's your talent? And she's like twerking, and she's twerking.
Right.
She twerks towards me.
Uh-oh.
And by the way, I'm filming.
Yeah.
And so I'm zooming in.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, we got to capture all the nudity. I'm zooming in on the boobs, the butts, the everythings. The girls were taking out their vaginas.
Yeah.
This girl went to twerk in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what am I seeing? Glowing purple butt plug. And I was like, this is insane. I was like, the fact that she's doing this is insane. And it was crazy. My favorite one went up, and she's like, well, this girl went up. She's like Melissa. Let's say her name was Melissa. I don't know. And she was really unlikable. Like she was saying a lot of things that were just like extremely egotistical and kind of like, fuck you.
Oh, so now you have a problem with a performer who's a diva?
Yeah.
Take that, Miss Piggy.
Her name was Meliss-Piggy. And that should be the name. I'm writing it down.
All right.
Meliss-Piggy. But she went up, and the crowd was like booing her, like really bad, and they didn't like her. She went to the side afterwards, and every girl would come up and say their name, and then every girl would come up again and do a talent, basically, or maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
So another girl came up named Melissa.
Okay.
And she was like, she seemed really drunk. And they're like, all right, it's like, hey, you seem a little inebriated. And she's like, I'm on mushrooms. And they're like, what's your talent? She goes, I'll bare knuckle box any bitch in this place. And I was like, oh my God, this is a lot. And then someone was like, how about the other Melissa? I don't even know if it was the crowd or someone. And she's like, I'll bare knuckle box that bitch right now. And the other Melissa's like, let me in. I'll call it that one Melissa number one.
Okay.
And the mushroom one Melissa. I'll call her Mushroom Melissa.
Yeah.
And Melissa number one is like, I'll fucking get her. And like, it was so bizarre. I'm like, why are you mad? What is going on here? They get in the ring.
Yep.
Mushroom Melissa murders Melissa number one. I mean, they're wearing, except Mushroom Melissa refused to wear a head thing.
Yep.
But she's killing the other Melissa. And then at the end, they hug. And it's fine, whatever. And the girl that won was this super cute, non-sexual at all.
Right.
I don't even remember what her talent was.
Yeah.
It was something like, I can do, it wasn't her, one of them, because like I can do a handstand and walk.
Okay.
And she did a handstand and walked.
That's great.
And I was like, whoa, it was pretty cool. The girl that won, totally, basically like non-sexual.
Yep.
Like it was like crazy. And she was super nice. And if you win, you get a golden ticket, which means you get in front of the line for every show and you get front row. It was cool. But besides those crazy things, which were crazy, it was just a wicked fun, wicked familial event.
Yeah.
Where it was like, I don't want to say every big comedian, but it was so many big comedians that it felt like every big comedian was there. Everyone that you would know. And it was awesome. I had so much fun. The crew was great. You know, it was me, Salacuse, Patrick Holbert, Lex, like this woman Torrance was the producer. We had these two awesome PAs. They were super, super helpful. Like I'd be filming and some of it was very hot and sunny.
Right.
And I would just turn and the girl would be like, oh my God, I can't believe I forgot her name. I feel so terrible.
Melissa number 3.
Oh God. She was so sweet and we talked so much. I'm glad. I'm going to tell you a story that makes me glad that I don't say her name.
Okay.
So she was the PA. She was awesome. Oh man, I guess I shouldn't say her. That's enough too.
So she's getting bare knuckle boxed.
No, she's sweet. She's cool. And she's like, I won't say her name. So because I don't know it.
Right.
And like I would turn to my left and she'd be like, hey, I got a water bottle for you.
Nice.
And I'd be like, hey, can you get me a battery for the camera? She'd be like, yep. And she'd leave and come back.
Yep.
And then this guy was another PA. He did more like driving, nicest guy ever. They were
Yeah.
together, and everyone was super nice. The whole crew was great. I really liked everybody I met. All the the comedians were great. The podcasts were like kind of wild.
Yeah.
But by wild, I mean like calling those girls up and making them part of
Right.
the show.
Yeah.
There was a part in the regs, which is Bobby Kelly, Joe List, Louis J. Gomez, and Dan Soder. And they played like, I think the song from either Dirty Dancing or the other dancing one.
Okay.
And Joe ran down the aisle and
Yep.
he was like dancing. And then Louis went out and he was like, come on,
Oh, boy.
let's do this.
Yep.
And Joe ran and he picked him up and he did the thing.
Oh, that's great.
And it was in the crowd. And this was in a room that held, it felt like 1,000 people.
Yeah.
And it was the middle line. It was the big room.
Yeah.
Everyone was great. They did this karaoke at the end, which
Yep.
is called the Goddamn Comedy Jam. And
Okay.
each comedian just comes up and does a thing, does a song. Everyone's doing it. It's so fun and sweet.
Yeah.
It's like very sweet.
Yeah.
It's almost strangely sweet.
Yeah.
Brendan Sagalow, who's like an actual friend of mine.
Yeah.
I got to see him when he's awesome. He went up and did all the small things. And it's weird because like I think of all the small things as like Blink-182's like not worst song, but like kind of most poppy and like
Yeah.
whatever. You know, if it comes up, I generally skip it
Yeah.
and go to another track. He did it. It murdered, and it was so fun. And they ended with like "What's Up" by the Four Non-Blondes, and all these comedians, like some of them kind of have the reputation of being like, you know,
Yep.
like a dick or whatever. They were all just on stage, like swaying and singing. It was so beautiful.
That's great.
It was amazing, and it was awesome to be a part of it.
Yeah.
And I'll end with this insane story.
Okay.
This girl, I won't say who.
She's got a pack of raisins.
We're talking and stuff. Yeah. And she was like very cool and very nice. And she's like, yeah, she's like, this crazy thing happened to me. She's like, I died. And I'm like, what do you mean? And she's like, I got into a car accident and I was in a Jeep. And the person that owned the Jeep had disconnected the seat and then put it back in without connecting it.
Wow.
She's like, I got into an accident. Get ready to fucking lose your shit.
Okay.
I went forward and my whole skull was crushed in.
That's an important part of your body.
And I was like, she's like, it ruined the front of my brain. And I was like, she's like, feel my scalp. And it was all fucked up. Like it's all metal.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, there's tears in my eyes.
Yeah.
It's like, I can't even believe it. So I was like, this is fucking insane.
Yeah.
Right. And this is just a girl at the festival. And I was like, wow. And she was telling me different stories about her life and stuff and crazy stuff. And I was like, tell me another crazy story. Because she's like, I died then. And They
Right.
brought me back. And then I died 4 times on the way to the hospital. I flatlined.
Yep.
And then I'm like, this is
Yeah.
bananas. Also, I didn't ask her about this, but what about the pain?
Oh.
Like,
Yeah.
it makes me want to faint.
Yeah.
And I'm like, tell me another story. And she goes, well, one time I put all these acid gummies in my vagina to like smuggle them into something.
Okay.
And the packing that I put around it
Yep.
broke.
Yeah.
And they just started seeping into me. Just like the girl that you said, a girl's fingers inside.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, and I started getting like super high and trippy. She goes, but my friend helped me get them out and we ate the rest of them. I was like, that's a different type of story, man.
Yep.
I was like, that's not the same type.
Nope. Nope.
And I was severely shocked.
Yes.
Severely shocked.
Yeah.
But she was like, that person was like very, very nice. Very, very cool. Like a person that I would hang out with.
Nice.
You know, like a really
Yeah.
nice person. But yeah, the whole weekend was kind of wild, but so warm.
Yeah.
It was really back and forth.
Yeah. It's a nice balance.
It's
Yeah.
nice to see people that are wild and be part of that and see the soft and
The,
loving side
the vulnerable
of it.
side. Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah.
And even people like Tim Dillon and stuff like that, they were getting like very silly and happy and stuff. Like people that you're like, oh, I know this guy is like this.
Yeah.
And this guy is different than this. Everyone was like a group and it was very beautiful.
Nice.
And it really made me feel like, man, this documentary, I think it should be pushed to festivals. I think it could go around like me and you watched the Juggalo family documentary. I think it's going to be like that with a much higher production value and a lot more probably professional production behind it, which is the same thing that I just repeated 2 times in a row.
That's okay.
And I'm really hoping that it goes to festivals. Joe tours it. I was like, man, I would, if this tours, or even, because basically what would happen probably, because Joe List is a very successful comedian who does weekends all the time.
Right.
I'm like, oh, he would probably do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday touring with this. So around New York, Connecticut, East Coast, maybe a couple Midwest or whatever, West Coast. I'm like, I would love to go. Yeah. I would love to go as part of the crew that made this and see all these screenings and be part of this this run. And I really hope he does push it to like big festivals.
Yeah, me too.
Especially if they really capture that vibe, which I think they did, because they filmed a lot that I wasn't there for.
Right.
I think it would really be an appealing thing for people, and people would really care about it.
I agree.
But yeah, it was a great time. That's all. It was just
I'm glad you had a fun time.
Yeah, it was great.
Nice. Well, folks out there, if you like fun times, if you want there to be a Funbearable Fest, send us an email, funbearablepod@gmail.com.
I would love a Funbearable Fest. We'd get Reviewing History. We'd get Tuesdays. We'd get Tell 'em Steve Dave. All those guys would definitely be part of Funbearable Fest.
Well, Reviewing History would.
Yeah, they would.
Find us on socials at Funbearablepod. Always happy to hear from all y'all.
Yeah.
For Chuck Staten, I'm Brad Rohr saying thank you so much, and we're sorry for being Funbearable. I can't believe raisins aren't healthy.
I just was about to say the same exact thing.
Wow.
Mind meld.
That's us.
I can't believe you haven't been fingered, though.
I'm an ugly man.
That's a funny response.
Funbearable.